Good morning, beautiful people. It is February 19th, 2013 at 10:29 in the morning. Wow. Um, Again, it's every day is a wow. Today we're experiencing some things going on that's quite incredible, and many of us are realizing that we're coming up on a pole shift here on the planet. It's going to be poles are magnetics, and it's not only happening just on this planet, it's happening on our sun, it's happening on all our planets in the solar system, it's happening on moons. Everything in the solar system as we've entered the photon belt, which really we started that around December, right around the winter solstice in 2010, and that's when we began entering the photon belt. But the magnetic beams that are coming from the galactic center, the photon belt is emanating from the Pleiadian constellation, and we go through this on every cycle. We go through it twice as we go around the Pleiades and Alcyon. But the magnetic beams are coming from the galactic center. Remember, the Pleiades, as we go around in our solar system, go around the Pleiades goes around Sirius, and Sirius goes around the galactic center as we rotate, spinning throughout our galaxy. Now, we're coming up, and we have now fully entered magnetic beams. And when I say we fully entered, that's not really necessarily complete there. We're entering the edges of this galactic magnetic beam that's coming from the center of the galaxy. And as we're doing it, it's causing the sun to do all kinds of fun things. And right now, facing the Earth on the southeastern side is a filament that is like a giant rainbow over the sun, and these things pop off and create CMEs, or coronal mass ejections. It's and that's what raises our frequency. But this filament on the visible side of the sun is about 1/3 the the visible sun that we see. So basically 1/6 the way around the sun. And literally you can put hundreds and hundreds of Earths within this filament. And if it's going to unleash, wow. I think that in our understanding that now that everything is electric, including the sun, including the Earth, including all the spheres, including the galaxies, including our physical bodies, as we are activating the 4 strands of DNA, and everybody on this planet is activating their 4 strands of DNA right now. We're turning to a more crystalline structure, a more electric structure, a structure that can change dimensional frequencies more readily than we could before. And this brings me to what I would like to talk today about grounding. For years and years and years, while we've been going through Earth School, we've been grounding to Earth. We would connect our higher chakras out to the ethers, back to source, and we would learn to raise and lower our consciousness up and down those chakras to transmit and receive information, to channel. The conduit is the antakrana, that the life cord that the chakras emanate from. we each and every one of us have our own personal antichron or life cord, the silver cord. But what's going on right now is everything is coming into a state of polar reversal. We are switching poles. Whether the Earth comes to a stop and shifts and goes the other direction where the sun rises in the west, that is the prophecy. And I can see how, just like on a permanent magnet motor, you switch the polarities and it will reverse in direction. This is a very big possibility that this is getting ready to happen on Earth. But something that's really interesting, as we're coming into the magnetics, the CMEs that are coming off of the sun and the cosmic ray density is so powerful, it's really affecting our abilities to ground ourselves. And for years throughout history, we've always grounded to Mother Earth. Last night, as we had a CME come in again, I did something that I'd tried years ago, because I've understood for a long time that we might have a reversal in the spin of Mother Earth when we reverse the polarity. That doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to happen, but it is the prophecy, and I do believe it will happen. I believe that's part of what we're all here to experience. But the grounding is the key to what I'm trying to express here, because for years we received the heavens forces down through our being, and we would ground out to Mother Earth. We would channel it to the galactic core. And then many of us, just like the tree of life, we would receive, with all our antenna going, out into space, we'd receive that electricity, that information, that energy, that light, that love down through our physical being, and like roots into the earth, we would put it out into Mother Earth. But with these most recent solar flares and magnetics coming in, the grounding is almost too much. Years ago, I did a test and I tried to reverse that and ground myself to the cosmos, and like Atlas holding the world in his hands above his head, I tried to switch the polarity so that the negative polarity, the grounding polarity, negative ground, was the cosmos, and Mother Earth was the positive. That didn't work then. But last night I tried the same thing as the CME was coming in, and it was so powerful I almost couldn't sleep. So I had this notion to do that experiment again and reverse the polarity, to actually ground like my feet. We are becoming cosmic beings. We are leaving being Earthlings, and we're starting to recognize ourselves as being cosmic beings. Each and every person on this planet does not originate from this planet in the first place. We originate from all planets all over this galaxy and this universe, and we're all here for this ascension experience here and now, to complete the duality. And many of us also know that we are ambassadors. We are everybody on Earth is a Melchizedek, meaning they have ascended from the civilizations that they represent. And we are all here for Earth's ascension and the end of duality as we know it, the end of separation duality. We will still be individual, but we won't necessarily be in separation anymore. Now, with that, you have to understand that we, each and every one of us, are cosmic beings, and we have been on Earth for millennia through all these different 4 previous Earth cycles to have this duality experiment. Now we're reversing polarity, we are activating ourselves, and we're leaving the earth beings that we thought we were before and becoming galactic or cosmic beings again. And so it was that concept right now that led me to retest the idea of my grounding last night. And when I did it, it was like the energies started flowing without having the resistance. Many people are speaking of having so much heat in their hands and feet and in their bodies. Well, that occurs because of resistance. Now, resistance can be because of lower vibrational emotions, thoughts, perceptions that's in the physical being. It can also be because of grounding out. It's just like on an electric stove or an electric toaster. The way that the heating mechanism works is through resistance. When you have positive going coiled into a negative, then it creates heat. It's because you're grounding in a very inefficient way. Now, that is exactly what I would like to state here in this video, is maybe it's time for many of us who are having issues with our grounding now to test out the reversed way of grounding, to test out your cosmic nature, to envision holding the earth in your hands like Atlas did, and your feet goes out to the cosmos, to all that is. All that is who we truly are. We are God in nature. We are literally all that is on the exterior as we are all that is on the interior. So grounding, that is grounding to ourselves in a different way. And it's my feelings, knowing that Mother Earth is getting ready to reverse polarity, either a flip of the North Pole to the South Pole and the South Pole to the North Pole, or even more so, to stop and reverse direction, that if this is what's going on, and this is why the ability to ground in a different way, to ground to the cosmos and have the upper chakras literally connected into Mother Earth. I don't know if that's quite the right way to describe it, but you get the gist. If that is allowing the energy to flow through without the resistance, then that is because we as physical beings are shifting polarity along with the sun and Mother Earth. We're just learning to flow energy in a different form, in a different way, in a different method that we're not used to. And so anyway, I ask that that those of you that are having issues with grounding and with not being able to sleep, check this out. The CME that is over a third the visible distance of the face of the sun right now, if this sucker pops loose, this could be the trigger that would be like throwing the breaker of that DC motor so that it can reverse polarity. And will it happen? I don't know. But, you know, coming from an electrical background, and electronics, electrical, and electric background, it makes sense. It really does make sense. Will it happen? I don't know. We're going to have to watch and see. The Mayan elders have always said that it would happen, and Humbas Min says that it'll be at March 31st, but anyway, it looks like we could be setting up for this right here and now. So anyway, this grounding, test it out. See if it works for you. Anyway, Ron Van Dyke did a fantastic message on OPPT today, and a friend pointed it out to me, and I want to acknowledge that humanity is free, and yes, the system is coming down and getting exposed, and you know what a month February is turning out to be. Love you.